Hi everyone, Radhe Radhe. Today we're going to talk about Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, verse 14. And the beautiful thing about it is this is all of the conversations between Duryodhan and Dhritarashtra are over. Now, from now on, for the rest of the Gita, according to Chaitanya Charan Prabhu, this is going to be all about Arjun and Krishna. So this is all going to be about the Krishna is God and Arjun is the devotee of God. He's asking questions to God, learning. He's like us humans, learning. I mean, of course, he's not like us. He's way advanced than us, but he's still asking from the perspective of us for our benefit, basically. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to get to that. And the entry of both Arjun and Krishna is like very, very beautiful in this verse. So let's get to it. This is going to be verse 13. In verse 13, it was the last one of the Kaurav side where Tataha Shankhascha Bhairyascha Panavanaka Gomukha. So all of the conch shells and drums and large drums and small drums and horns and all of those were suddenly sounded, and they became a tumultuous combined sound. And so now we're going to go into verse 14 where the entry happens. Good. I'm excited. Tatah ते महति स्यन्दने स्थितौ माधवः पाण्डवश्चैव दिव्यौ शङ्खौ प्रदध्मतुः. Okay. So I missed this part. I've practiced this part at least 20 times, and I still didn't get it when I was singing it right now. I will get it. But yeah, it takes effort to learn these verses. But yeah, I'm so far I've learned 13 verses. This is the 14th verse that I'm working on, but I've pretty much done. I have to think about them. I have to pause, but they work. They roll off the tongue now. But this 14th verse, that first section still doesn't. Okay, so tata, it's the same thing that we used in the previous verse 13. Tata means after, then, thereafter. Shvetair hayair yukte. Shvet is white, and hayair is horses, and yukte is being yoked. So Arjun has this mighty chariot. Okay, so let's go to the next section. Mahati Syandane Sthitau. Maha is big. It's in Hindi. It's like mighty, or Syandane is chariot. Sthit is situated in Hindi. So Sthitau is situated basically there. So they're talking about Krishna and Arjun is situated in this mighty chariot, so thereafter this white horses yoked to this mighty chariot, and Sthitau, situated. So Madhavaha Pandavaschaiva. Madhavaha is a name for Krishna, and Pandavaha is a name of Arjun. So Krishna and Arjun, Cha Eva, also certainly. So Krishna and Pandav, Divya. So okay, Krishna and Pandav are. So afterwards, Krishna and Pandav situated or in the mighty chariot of white horses, yoked by white horses. So this is the entry. It's like, so I'll do the last section separately because it's separate. But basically, Krishna and Arjun, Krishna and Arjun sitting in the mighty chariot of yoked by white horses. That's up till now. Divyo Shankho Pradadmatuh. Divyo is divine. Shankho is Shankha, it's the conch shell, and Pradadmatu, they sounded, they blew the conch shell. So in the previous one, Dadmo was the thing about blowing. The word for the conch shell was Dadmo, and here it's Pradadmatu, it sounded. So then Krishna and Pandav, sitting in the mighty chariot yoked by white horses, sounded the divine conch shell. Now, it's not very clear who sounded it, whether it was Krishna or Arjun. But okay, so the thing to note here, according to Chaitanya Charan Prabhu's, like the audio thing, all linked, is that the commander in the Kaurav side, the commander was Bhishma, and he was the one who sounded the conch shell. But here, the commander is Drishtadyumna. It's neither Arjun nor Krishna. So, but the conch shell was sounded either by Arjun or Krishna. It was not sounded by Drishtadyumna. So this was a thing to note, because everybody knew that that Arjun was the greatest warrior on the army, and then Krishna was the greatest person in the army. Everybody in the Pandavas knew that. So, but they did not take up the position. So that Chaitanya Charan Prabhu says it very well, that they could have been the commander, right? Either of them could have been the commander. Arjun could have been the commander. He was the greatest warrior, but he wasn't. So the point is not of being the greatest. It was not of like taking of having the name or having the prestige of the name. The point was to contribute. The point was to be there. The point was to be a part of the team and contribute to the team, rather than like being the lead or having the name of being the lead or whatever. I mean, and Krishna was not even fighting. He was not doing anything. He was not using his celestial weapons. He was literally the driver of Arjun's chariot. That's how humble the position of he took. He did not take the position, any kind of position that he could. He could have taken any position he wanted, but he didn't. He took the position of the driver of Arjun's chariot. And that shows the love between Arjun and Krishna as well, because Arjun was not just a friend of Krishna, but like a devotee. He loved Krishna very much, and therefore Krishna also loved Arjun as well. I mean, God loves everyone anyways, regardless. But yes, they had a very good bond. So yeah, so that's. Is there anything else that was... Yeah, he talked about... So Chaitanya Charan Prabhu in his audio talked a lot about how Arjun got the chariot in the first place. And he got it when Krishna and Arjun at one time were sitting at the edge of the forest. And Agni, who's Agni Dev, who's the god of fire, came up and he needed help. And Arjun asked for a chariot in order to help him, and he gave him. So you can read up on that in the linked description if you want to go into that. But yeah, so that's it. So this is this made me so happy when I sang it and I read it. And I understood the meaning. The verses make a lot more sense. I'm able to remember the verses because I'm breaking them down and I'm trying to understand the meanings of them. So when I'm singing the verses, I'm remembering the meanings of each word. So it makes a huge difference. If I was just trying to cram the verse without understanding the meanings, I would never remember like as much as I remember now. I wouldn't say I remember it easily, but I remember it way more easily than I would have if I was just trying to cram it. So yeah, so this verse really made me happy, because it's the entrance of Krishna and Arjun in a mighty chariot yoked by white horses. And so the thing to note also is that Sanjay is describing all of this to Dhritarashtra, and he's describing it like this. It's not a conversation between Krishna and Arjun that he's relating exactly. He himself to Dhritarashtra is describing it so beautifully. He's saying, then the mighty chariot where Krishna and Arjun were sitting in, being yoked by white horses. He also said Divya, the transcendental conch shell he blew. So he himself, Sanjay, is calling it the transcendental conch shell. He didn't call it the transcendental conch shell when he was talking about Bhishma blowing the conch shell. He just said Shankham at that point. He didn't say Divya. He didn't say the transcendental. But in this one, he is saying the transcendental. So that's something to note, that Sanjay knows this stuff, and when he's relating it to Dhritarashtra, he's seeing all of that like clearly. Okay, so we're good for today. So let's do chapter 1, verse 15 next time. Radhe Radhe, have a wonderful day.